seats. Let's make sure, show of hands, who needs one?
Need two of them here.
Okay.
For the people back there.
I want to be clear, I did not make this.
It's Tommy and Louise book, but I don't know if we have enough. We're going to project those. If somebody would shut the back door,
We
please.
start off with the Lord's Prayer. If we have to deal with this tonight, can we start off with the Lord's
Need one more
Prayer
quiz?
in Alsatian? We might need it. I think so. I need a prayer.
We're out of that.
Okay, we can do that.
Do you want me to project that?
Yes. I'm loud here. All right, that better? That better? Can you project that?
Yes. Yes. There we go. All right, and while Jerry's getting that up, does everyone here have a quiz? And while she's getting that up, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Don't worry, we're not taking these up. We're not going to grade them. We're not keeping a grade book. We're going to take about 20 minutes when we say begin. We're going to ask you to go through. Yeah, don't start yet, please. We're going to take about 20 minutes. We're going to go ahead, just fill in what you know from memory. Do the best you can. Try to get as many as you can. And then we're going to trade papers with a neighbor, and we'll give you the answers, and then get your own paper back, and then you take them home and you see what you didn't know, and then at home take your dictionary and go through them, and it's a good way to study and realize what words you did not fully know. Okay? So let's go ahead. I think Lisa requested the Lord's Prayer, so the sign of the cross.
Father, Son,
Im Namen von Vater und Sohn und des Heiligen Geist. Amen.
Okay, you will lead us together.
Vater unser, der ist im Himmel, heilig ist dein Name, deine Königreich kommt, deine Wille passiert, auf der Art, als es im Himmel. Gib uns hier unser täglich Brot und vergib uns unsere Schulden, als wir dir vergeben, die Schulden gegen uns haben. Und führ uns nicht in Versöhnung, aber lass uns frei von aller Evil. Amen.
and Amen, Lord. That's right.
Amen. Pretty easy, huh?
3 notches is so easy.
Okay, Lisa, you're ready for your test then, huh?
Can you hear, Mark?
Too loud.
Too loud? Let's get, hang on.
Too loud.
Is that better?
Yeah, he's got a volume control in here, so.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you hear me back?
Too loud.
All right, let's go ahead. If everybody would just kind of go ahead and begin, just out of respect for your neighbor, let's kind of keep it quiet, fill in what you can. Looking at the clock here, we're about 5 after. 25 after, we'll say stop, then we'll trade papers. Give you about 20 minutes, trade papers, and we'll give you the answers. And whatever you don't know, you take home and review and fill in with your dictionaries. Ready? You got one? Yes.
We're supposed to write the Alsatian.
Right, so if you notice, some of them are the English word, write the Alsatian word after it. Some of them are Alsatian, write the English word after it. We went back and forth, so you learn both ways. Don't worry about spelling. As we said, Alsatian's not a written language. You're not going to be dinged for not spelling the Alsatian correctly.
And if it was their first class, if tonight's their first class, can you just be reading the book?
Yeah.
Well,
That's my first time.
sing it. Sorry. Yeah, no, it's okay. I have 2 at home.
Lisa's always talking, huh?
Literally right behind her. Boots shirt. Jerry did not say anything. I'm sorry, I had a colonoscopy this week, and I do too.
So you know what I had?
It's the truth.
No high schooler ever said that to me.
My friend that used to say that, that came by our place all the time.
Well, Saturday,
What was that guy's name that used to come?
the stuff is down my sister.
Another one that actually,
You know how they leave those planes? It's the only way I remember that. That was in count one. We have that, and that is like a card. This is
to where? Make it right. Which one? I'm still in there. I need his name.
I'm trying not to lose I looked at it.
Is he graduating?
Hey, Debbie,
Huh?
there was a farmer that used to come into the seed and fertilizer, Leon Seed and Fertilizer, and he was telling me I had a particular place. It's a shit outlook on life.
I was trying to think like this to get
Luckily, I can't remember his name right now.
How y'all doing on time? Y'all need a little bit more?
Oh, no.
Is it good enough?
We can do it now. Oh, yeah, I got all 88.
Did you make your flashcards?
But I think A's.
A's?
Well, I started on page 3 because I just got the
Yeah.
last week, so
Yeah.
I thought that we would probably be going there tonight, so I made those instead of those.
These are ones I actually got.
Yeah. This is so all of page 3.
Yeah.
Look at her, she's got
All right, quick show of hands. Who wants a little more time to try to finish? Y'all want to just go ahead and go over them? All right, I'm going to give one to Les. I got a blank one here. I'm going to go from memory what I know. And if I forget one, maybe the group can help me out or somebody with the dictionary. So abandoned, number one, abandoned should be Abgabe for low. Abgabe for low, is that right?
Yes.
Abbreviate, if I remember, is Abkürzung. Abkürzung. 3, abdomen, Buch, B-U-C-H, with an umlauted U. 4, ablaze, inflamme. 5, abolish is Abschaffen. Abschaffen, I think, right? That's the word.
Wait a minute.
Why don't you just look it up on Blaze?
Yeah, we'll do an answer key next week. Number 6, Falschgeburt is abortion. 7, viel, plenty is plenty. No, it's an A. What would that be? Abound. Okay.
Now, notice blendy is not an Alsatian word.
Yeah, we kind of talked about it. Plenty is just an English word pronounced with an Alsatian accent. But, so the real word is viel. V-I-E-L pronounced with an F. Viel.
That's much or
Yeah, that's like much, a lot.
Same like full?
No, full is F-O-L, full.
Full.
But feel means like a lot.
Feel, okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
Full's what you are when you drink too much of that thing.
Yeah, yeah. Bol, B-O-L, is about. Iver, over, and droof is above. Nava, anander, is abreast.
That should be, it should not have a comma between it, Nava and Nanda.
Nava, anander. And then,
Next to each other is what it says.
yeah, Nava, anander is like abreast, is how it was in Blackie's dictionary. And then abroad is Uslan. Abrupt was plötzlich. Abscess was Isa, abscess. And we talked about that. I think abscess might be an English word, said like an Alsatian word, but Isa.
It's not Isa, E-I, it's I.
What was it? E-I, Isa. Yeah, you're right. When two vowels go walking, the second one does the talking, so you're right. It'd be Isa. Absent is Fala. Unbedingt is absolute. Is that right? No, what is unbedingt?
That's right.
Absolute.
I'm bringing it.
Oh, you are? Okay. Überfluss is abundance. Schinde is abuse. Grob is abusive. Geschnaller is accelerate. Accent is Uspruch. Accept is Anama.
Nama.
Anama. Acceptable, Anamlich or Anamlich. Accident is umfall. Acclimatize, acclimatisiera. I don't know that I'd ever use that word. I don't know if I pronounced it right. Yeah, it sounds Spanish, right? Ushalfa, is that, that's like the help, Halfa's help, but what's, accommodate, there you go. I'm trying not to cheat, I'm trying to keep my back to the
Literally,
board.
it's who's help us, help out.
Help out. Oh, you might want to turn your microphone on.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Begleiter, oh gosh, help me out here. Begleiter is, accompany, there you go. Fullbringer is accomplish. Einige is accord. Harmony is accordion. Account is Rechnung. Accountant, the bookhalter. Accumulate is no. What's accumulate? It's not ananda. It's tsunami. Accurate is richtig. Accuse is aklega. Aklega, I guess. Aklaga. Lost my place here. Oh, vena is accustomed.
You don't say the G?
Vena.
You don't say the G?
I think you say it, but you don't like stress it. The G. How do you pronounce it?
Vein.
Vein.
If I am familiar with somebody, I'm Vein.
Vein.
Vein,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think you lightly pronounce
Vein.
it. Like the word enough has a G. It's like canoe. I don't think you stress it much, but
Vein.
vein. Okay.
You swallow the G. That's what I want to say, swallow the G.
Swallow the G.
Vein.
That's right.
But you swallow it.
That's a good way to say it. Yeah, it's just a very light. Yeah. Where are we at? As, eins is the ace. Schmarz, vey, 8. 38, sur, sharp is acid. Acid, isn't it acid? Yeah.
Yes.
Eichla is a little, an acorn, little oak, acorn.
Ayahla.
Eichla. Acquaint is, become.
Bekanntmacher.
Bekanntmacher. Acquaintance. I'm gonna cheat on that.
Bekanntschaft.
Bekanntschaft. Acquire.
Bekommen.
Erhalten. Across.
Geben.
Über. Actor. Spieler. Spieler.
Or act.
45. Spieler. Actress. 46. Wirklich is actual.
Wirklich.
Wirklich. Wirklich.
Wirklich.
Act.
47. Süchtig is an addict. 48. Sucht is well, in süchtig an addiction, and then sucht is addict.
Sücht is to
Addiction.
to
Is
hunt something.
yeah, to hunt like addiction. Sucht, you're seeking it. Yeah.
Well, shouldn't it be a number on the view?
Addict is the suptic.
Yes.
And addiction is the suptic.
Sucht. Yeah, you're searching. You're hunting it. Adress is address. Adras. Adjacent is
Navadral.
adjoin. I believe is ostosa.
Yes.
Adjustment.
That's how I did that.
God, I know that one.
It's about-
Where's adjustment? Ostalum. Administration. Regular. Pronounce it less. Regular room.
Regulium.
Admiration is
Bewunderung.
bewunderment. No, bewunder.
Bewundern.
Bewunder.
Ja.
Where are we at?
Bewunderung. Bewunderung.
Bewunder is what, admire.
Yep.
Iga is to admit. Anama is to accept.
Anama.
Anama.
You
is
need
accept.
to stress that
I gotta remember to
the
put my,
first syllable usually has a.
yeah, I gotta always
Accept.
remember to put my accent on my first syllable, because in Spanish, it's usually later in the word. So Alsatian, as we talked about, it's almost always first syllable.
What is it again?
Anama,
Anama.
What's the English?
accept. Adopt.
Adopt. It means you nom something, you take it on. Take it on. Anama.
Era is, what's era? Adore, okay. Altar, gavak. I always must say gavaksa means to grow up. Gavakitsa.
What's a? I don't know.
That's
What's
an adult.
adult is alter.
Alter is an adulterer.
Adulter is Echebru.
Era brahar. Era brahar. Era is your law. Brahar is your breaking. You break the law. Break the not the law. It's your
Rule. Rule breaker?
your whatever you said you. not the law, but you've taken an oath. It's an oath breaker. Era brahar.
Honor.
Adultery.
Makes more sense.
Era bru.
Advance.
Voorwoord. Vorstosa.
And I think again that's just an English word pronounced with an Alsatian.
Well, voorwoord is an Alsatian word, yes.
It is? Okay.
Voorwoord is an Alsatian word, yes. It means forward.
Advantage is vortile. Adversity, unglück, unluck. Unglück, unluck, right? Reglama, atziga is advertisement. No, to advertise, and a zoo is the advertisement.
Outsiga.
And then otsu is, the way I remember that, if you're advertising, you're pulling for something, and a zug is a train to pull. That's how I remember that one. Rot is advice. Rota, to advise. Luftschiff or Flieger is an airplane, aircraft.
Yay, got that one.
Affirm is behaupta. Is that right, Les? Behaupta. Affirmation. Behauptung. Affix, a hefta. Afraid, Angst. January should be, I think it's January. February. Eins, 1. Zwei, 10. Zwei, 2. 9. Nine, we say, right? So in German, I think Les was saying 9.
It's
But we say in Alsatian, nine.
in German it's N-E-I-N.
Yeah.
In Alsatian it's N-I-E-N or N-I-N.
Okay, nine.
Mean.
Drei. March. April.
April.
May is May. June. Juni.
Remember the J is pronounced like a Y. Always.
Juni. July. Juli. Number 86. 8. 87, 4, 88, 7. All right. Yes.
In the dictionary, the January is Yana.
Yeah, there. I noticed one place
Janer.
Janer, and I've also seen it Janeuar.
UAR, January.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen it both ways. So, all right, take these home. Look
Okay,
over
100,
them.
how about you, Lisa?
Study more. Make your flashcards. Review them with flashcards. Quiz yourself. If you have somebody else at home that can show you the cards and quiz you, it's a good way. Okay, so what we'll do at this time, what we're going to do is, this book right here is great. We're going to take maybe about 20 minutes. We're going to read. How many of y'all have this book? All right, we're going to read out of this right now, but don't worry, we're going to project it on the screen. So this is a little heavier reading. We're going to read out of this one. Les is going to guide us through it. And then for a little bit of lighter reading and fun, we're going to switch over to Sylvie Troxler's book. This is a children's book. It's just kind of more interesting, fun reading. We're going to project it up on the screen. And then at the end of the class, we're going to go over one more page of vocabulary. We're going to learn one more page of vocabulary, and then that will be what the quiz is next week. So no surprises, you know. All right, so I'm going to let Jerry go ahead and project. Let's start with the A's. Let's just start. So if you look at the Paul Adolph book, the way it works, great book. At one time, when I was ambitious, I read it cover to cover. And it's kind of hard to figure out until you kind of get into it. What he's doing is he'll give you the word. It's a dictionary. He'll give you the word, the A's, and then he'll give you the English word. And then if you look, there's a UA. Sometimes it'll say Alsatian. It'll give you the Alsatian word. He'll give you the German word. He'll give you the UA, which is Upper Alsace, LA, which is Lower Alsace, and sometimes he'll give you the Middle Alsace. So what I would do is sometimes I'd sit there and cross-reference with Blackie's book and try to figure out which word our folks here use. And it can be real time-consuming, but I always try to figure out the right word for our area to use. But the Alsatians, if you're speaking, if you use an Upper Alsace, Middle Alsace word or Lower Alsace, they're so good, they'll understand. You know, they understand all of it.
Our folks who settled here were from Upper Alsace.
So Upper Alsace
is the south.
Right. Yeah, it's confusing because even though it's Upper Alsace, that doesn't mean Northern Alsace. That means the higher lands.
Okay.
Because of the mountains.
Just like
They're talking about the terrain. Upper Alsace is the highland.
Hochdeutsch doesn't mean it's a higher German than the Plattdeutsch. It means it's just spoken up in the mountains.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to grab a seat and let Les kind of read us through the book here, and I'll try to, if he has any questions, I've read it, I'll try to help him if I can. We're gonna do Tommy and Louise in a minute. We're gonna start this heavier reading. So we're gonna start with this, and then we're gonna let our minds relax and read the Tommy and Louise. It's a lot more fun to read than this. Yeah.
Now this is a real nice book to use if you want to find the Alsatian word for an English word. A or an. Alsatian would just simply be or you can use that E. Notice that E is the contraction of ein.
One, yeah.
Of one. Okay? The German, of course, is ein or eine, but we're not going to worry about learning German. A man or a woman or a child is a Mann, a Frau, and notice the different types of Frau. It all means woman, and a Kind. And then, of course, gives you the French, which I have no idea what it's saying. And in German, they say I. In Alsatian, they say I, EI, mostly EI. Interesting thing, if you want an egg, I is capital EI. One is EI, so he will I. You want 1 egg, okay? Okay, and they're saying in Alsatian we use the E before a consonant. Iko, a ko. K-O-C-H is a cook, a ko, and that's a cook. And E-N before a vowel.
Can y'all enlarge that a little bit?
It's difficult to see it.
Oh, I think we might be able to zoom in.
Probably get,
There you go.
Oh, it's better.
Increase your contrast.
And uniform, they'd say there, because you use that before a vowel, okay? An army, an arm, an arm in Alsatian exactly the way it is in English. Arm. Except you kind of roll that R. Arm. Arm.
And I was going to tell you all, if y'all have this book, the real good thing about it, it uses the word in a sentence. If you look at the very top of the screen, it's a little hard to see, it's a dark area there, but it says to go for a drink, and then it'll give you that ein drink gay, where the verb is at the end. A drink gay, right? A drink go. So the good thing about this book, it puts the word in a sentence for you, and then you get used to the sentence syntax.
Okay. An ace
Y'all know that one.
is an
We learned
os.
it.
We talked about that last week. It's an os.
does that A have an accent mark above it?
It has an umlaut, yes.
Oh, it does.
An os, yeah,
Okay.
it has. Now, if you were going to use it as, it would not have the umlaut because it would be ASS. It would still be the same spelling, but you would not have the umlaut on. It would be os instead of os. Okay?
Okay, like how is my favorite word spelled? It has an R in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
A-R-S-C-H, okay? She learned one word in her
Everybody needs a word.
22 years of her life.
My 22 years.
That's a compliment.
What are we? The Spielen. The Spielen is an os. A canon? I don't know what a canon is.
Oh, I get it. The player is an ace or a crack player.
A crack player,
Spieler,
okay.
Spieler is a player. The
Okay.
Spieler is os cannon, he's like a cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a good place.
Canon, yeah. But, yeah. Alkin. Acre is an alkin. Notice in same spelling as in the German.
Okay.
An adder is a northern viper. Adder. A venomous snake. Gritszaten.
And if you'll see that word, a Gritszater is a giftige Schlang. So that's the Alsatian word. It says, an adder is a poisonous snake. So in Alsatian, one of the things I know Kendon said too, so if you say in Alsace, I have a gift for you, you have to say a Geschenk, or Geschenkel is a gift, because gift is poison in Alsatian.
No,
You're saying I have some poison for you.
That word grits there means cross. Basically, that means cross.
Cross adder. Yeah.
Cross adder. Africa. Notice it's no C in there. It's a K. Anytime you have the hard C sound, it's actually a K sound. It's a K. It's in there. No C is not a hard sound. Against?
Well, I think it's because it's making it too.
Yeah.
I don't know, is it my eyes or?
I think we're zoomed in.
We're zoomed in too much.
When y'all turned the lights out, it got blurry.
Against is Gaga. Gaga. Turgaga. You could say Turgaga or Gaga. Okay.
Sorry, I'm making y'all sick.
I can't. Bist du für oder gegen? Are you for or against? Bist du für oder gegen?
Are you for or against discipline? So then the next one, he's giving you that, like in English, you'd say, don't go against the wind. Mirzel or soul, which is like, he doesn't always give an exact translation, so the Alsatian, that sentence means, we should not, against the wind, swim. So it's not an exact, he's saying don't go against the wind, but when he puts an Alsatian in it, we shall not against the wind swim.
You see there, S-O-L-L, soul? Here we grew up, sot, for should. Always heard sot there, right? You heard sot, for you should do something, do sot, so? They say sot, but they also say soul. Du sollst nicht gegen the Strom. Strom is a stream. A stream is a stream, whether it's a wind or what is a stream.
Storm, yeah. And then next sentence is, I have nothing to say against it. And then he says, Ich ha nichts dagegen. I have nothing against it. So he doesn't use the word to say. He just says, I have nothing against it.
Okay. All is basically the same in Alsatian in Germany. Alle.
Sorry.
Alle Sitzplatz. All seats.
We all
Mit danke alle.
Yeah.
Mit danke alle, dass du Englisch kannst reden. We think all that you English can read.
Speak, yeah.
No, just speak, not read, speak.
Yeah.
So you can see that the context.
Sentence structure. The good thing about this book, it shows you the sentence structure. So the English word is, we all think that you can speak English. But the Alsatian word, mir danke alle, dass du Englisch kannst reden. So we think all that you English can speak. So it gives you the syntax in this book, the proper syntax. And that's all. Das ist alles. That's easy. Das ist alles. All that he says, alles was sagt. Is it sagt?
We go to the side. Here we say side. You use the S-A-J-T here in the what our people said side.
Side.
But soft is good too. They're both good words. Soft and side.
And that's actually a line from the song The Hansen Schnodelo, all that he says. There's a line in there that he thinks, what is it?
Side alles, side alles, was will. Was will is side.
All Saints Day.
Alle Heiligen. Alle Heiligen.
And All Souls Day.
Alle Seelen. Double E is an A. Alle Seelen.
Almighty. Almighty.
Almachtig. Almachtig.
Alms.
You're getting me words that I don't know.
Yeah, we don't use, that's words we wouldn't use much, but alms, almosa.
Alone would be a lie.
Give alms, yeah.
Because in the upper Alsatian it'd be a lie, and then you get in the lower Alsatian it'd be a line. Lower Alsatian.
And then the English sample is, can you do it alone? Kannst du allein machen? Along?
Entlang.
The Alsatian breed lies along the Rhine.
Okay, look at that, look at that, look at that thing right there. That's a double S in German. At the end of
Looks
the
like a
word.
B, yeah.
That's a double S in German. In Alsatian, they don't use that character. They use two S's.
Yeah.
Elsass. But you see German there, it says Elsass. Alsatian, it's also Elsass, but we don't use the double, that funny looking thing.
Yeah, what is
Okay.
that?
Go to page
Pardon?
2.
Kent added in these things.
Ma'am?
Go a few more minutes. We're going on to page 2 now. Are y'all following along in your book?
No, vocabulary out of context is very difficult.
Yeah. So if you have the book, we're in the A's and we're going to page 2 of the A's.
Which book is this one again? The
blue one.
Learning Alsatian?
Yes, learning Alsatian through English.
Here, what?
There you go. Top of the page.
I think it'll be, once you
So,
see it.
it's a good living in Alsace. Im Elsass ist gut lava.
Yeah, that's a line from the Alsatian, Elsass-Unserlande, the Alsatian anthem.
Oh, okay, that's right. Alsatian person is an Alsasser.
The Alsatian language is Alsatisch.
So you'll see Alsasser is a person, as Les is telling you, Alsatisch is the language. Can you speak Alsatian? Kannst du Alsatisch reden? Is what it should say. I don't see the red.
Well, it's understood. Kannst du Elsassisch?
Okay.
Does it kannst du Elsassisch?
Oh,
It
can
means-
you Alsatian? Yeah, okay.
Can you Alsatian? It means you
Can you do Alsatian?
speak is
Yeah.
understood, yeah.
Sorry, we're trying to figure this out to make it the best quality.
Yeah, we're trying to get it so y'all can see it. And ideally, if y'all are able to go on Amazon and see if you can find this book.
Lights on a minute and see what happens.
It's, when you start to read it, study it, it takes a little bit of time. Is that better?
Didn't know. I think that
Now you're supposed to go on down here. Let's go to the next one. Also, boy,
They also use also. They'll say oi or they also say also.
also.
Okay. See there, Französisch is French. Deutsch. Deutsch. German is, in German, Deutsch is German. In Alsatian, it's Deutsch. It's Deutsch.
And the sample sentence there, Catherine speaks not only French and German, but also English. So it says, secrétaire. They always use when they do a name, sometimes they'll put the article in front of a person's name. And we used to laugh because my stepdaughter Megan, my grandpa Beediger, may remember this, Mom, but he would always say, the Megan, because you put the article in front. So that's where that came from. So the Catherine Cattell, they put the article in front. Cattell, redet nicht nur Französisch und Deutsch, aber oi English. So I guess that
Okay,
is,
that S, that means she's female. If it were male, it'd be dirt.
yeah, that's
D-apostrophe-R.
right. Yeah.
Everything's either male or female or neuter in Alsatian.
And that's like Spanish too. The article is, some words are masculine, some are feminine, and you make the appropriate article. They do that too in Alsatian and German.
Alsatian is not sexist. I mean, the female comes from the male
article, or is
version.
it also for the A and article?
What is that?
Is it masculine, feminine only for the article, like der and s, or is it also for A and? Does that also have a masculine difference?
I guess the, A and?
I don't think so.
I think it's just
A and
the.
just E.
I'm no expert now. I was a former math teacher.
Yeah.
Not a
I think it's just
teacher.
the, Josh. I think it's just the.
So, okay, so just be F for both.
Yeah, I think so. Well, it's S for the feminine,
Right.
and then it's D.
D-apostrophe-R.
Yeah.
D-E-R. Or D-I-R, right? Yeah.
Alter, same Alsatian, alter.
So there will work always.
Always, immer. John always goes to school by bus. So Jungle, I guess that's a name.
Shangle, that's John, yeah.
That's John. So the Shangle, geht alle will, or immer in the Schule mit dem Bus, right?
Right.
So the John goes always in the school with the bus. America,
M-E-R-I-K-A, just like it sounds, just like our America sounds.
when I was a kid, I didn't know what Amerikaner was, right? You know, you hear Amerikaner, that was just somebody who wasn't Alsatian.
Yeah, that's one of those foreigners, an Amerikaner.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Amerikaner.
I asked Dad one day, what does that even mean? And he looked at me like I was crazy. He said, what do you mean, what's that mean? I said, Amerikaner. Is that like a bad word? Is that derogatory? You call these people? And he said, no, it means Americaner.
Well,
It is a derogatory word.
it was kind of derogatory.
It kind of was used.
I always thought, when I grew up, I always thought Castroville was Statla and San Antonio was Stott.
Yeah.
Stott is a big town and the Statla is a little town. I didn't know it was Castroville in San Antonio. Hondo had a name, Lacoste had a name, Divine had a name, but Castroville was Statla.
Anchor. The ship lies at anchor. The ship, liet, or anchor. Next, we'll do a few more minutes of this. We'll get on to Tommy and Louise. We'll do a few more minutes. And
I did. I figured I needed to make it pretty because my mom told me it was like I had to keep it.
so if you look at and, the German is U-N-D. Alsatian is very similar. Really, the D is not pronounced at the end. And when we count, let's give you an example. So like 33, 333 or 33, right? You can put the A, but I think it's like
in
3
German,
and 3 and 30.
In German it's 33. 33.
Yeah.
And what's the Alsatian again?
33.
And the A is probably, I would think, a shortened down version of the 3
Yeah.
and 30.
Yeah.
What do we got there? Next word.
Except that Alsatian came before German
Yeah.
by several centuries.
Yes. Angel. Angel.
Mini Floise Angel.
We're Where do you see that lesson? Look at it.
That came out of my head. I said, my wife is an angel.
Oh, my wife's an angel, yeah.
Your niece is the best angel though, right?
And then, I guess fishing, I'm going to angle for carp. Ishke carp angle. I go carp angling. I go carp angle. Mary is angling for a husband. Monica angling. Angled a man. She's angling for a man, right? Another, German is ein anderer, and in Alsatian, where is it? I guess they have it as
An andere.
an anderer. Another. And you know, we often just say like, no, eine, another one.
Yeah.
No, eine, no. Yes?
Are we looking at the AA or the FA?
So the AA, oh gosh, okay, AA is, I gotta look at his key. What is the AA and the FA? He's got a legend at the beginning of the book, so that'll tell you the AA versus the FA.
Alemannic Alsatian,
Alemannic Alsace, like German Alsatian, okay.
and then Frankish.
Frankish, the more French Alsatian, so probably the FA would be more
Frankish.
Our ancestors would have been
Alemannic.
Alemannics, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, because when our ancestors came over, they would say things like danke, which is more German, and now they say merci over there for thank you in Alsatian. Where are we at? Another. Ant. Oh yeah.
Amais.
Amais.
Is an ant.
Sugar ants. Not an ant like your aunt and uncle. That's sugar
That's a
ant.
tonda.
Yeah. That's. See, there they have it with an A. I always heard mice.
Amaisa.
Amaisa. I always heard it kind of an Omaisa, but Amaisa. Anvil. Ambos. Anyway,
Anvil is an ombos. Ombos.
Yeah. Anyway, Einabag, huh?
Einabag is in one, anyway, yeah. Anyway. Einabag would be one way, anyway would be Irkenabag.
Then next, Jerry, next page, or where are we at? Are we at the end of the page? Let's go to the top of the next real quick. 8, an off, huh? Alsatian and 8 is an off. Off. And see, sometimes you'll say like, what he uses, a gorilla is an 8, that's the English sentence. A gorilla-ish mention of, like a man-ape, I guess, you know? It's not a direct.
A personate, mentions a person.
Yeah, like a personate. So he doesn't always do a direct translation of the English. But you kind of, as you learn the vocabulary, you kind of can decipher it. And you're like, well, that's not really what he said in English. Don't play the 8. What is that? Machnet the off. Don't play the 8. Make not the 8. Don't be the 8. Be not the 8. Right?
Yeah.
Apple. Apfel.
Äpfel.
Bite into this apple. Beast in then apple. This is a green apple. This is a greener apple. Apple pie or apple tart. Apfelkuchen. Mom makes good apple tarts. The mama macht gute Apfelkuchen. April, y'all know that one, right? Oh, let's look at the sentence on that one. So the good thing is y'all can see, if you go down just a little bit, Jared, April is the 4th month of the year. April is the 4th month in year. It's the 4th month in year. J-O-H-R, yor. And I think the Germans put J-A-H-R, yar. Right? We say yor. J-O-H-R.
Yor.
What is that in front of April?
That's the article, der. It's masculine.
Okay, good.
It's D apostrophe R is a contraction for the German der, D-E-R. They don't really save a character because they take the E out and put an apostrophe, so it's kind of crazy. You make a contraction, you're using the same amount of letters, right?
Yeah.
Der. But just like in the Alsatians you hear sish, it's as-ish. It's just a contraction, sish. So arm. She's carrying the baby in her arms. You want to read that one, Larry?
Sie draait is Bubble in the arm.
In the arm. The right arm, the rock's arm. He's broken his arm. They have het sich the arm gebroken. What else we got, Jerry? Armful.
Armful.
Army, it's easy, sounds alike. Around, a room is around. Sometimes you'll hear that, don't go around or don't go through. Nit game durch, don't go through. A room game, go around go. So a room is around. To sit around the table, the dish, a room sitza. To sit around the table. As. Alsatian Alps. Oh, as. Alsatian Alps. That's like, this one's not as, green as that one. Alps. She's as old as you. See-ish, so alt be a do. And we're about the top of the hour. I say we go on to Tommy and Louise. But we can look at this book some more. I just want to show you how, because I know many of y'all have it, and just kind of how it works and how he puts it in sentences. And it takes a little while to get the hang of, but if you sit and just start reading it cover to cover, soon maybe when you get to the B's and C's, you kind of got the hang of it, and it's a lot easier to read. But I'm going to turn it over to Les. This is We Learn Alsatian. This is in French. So this was a book that she wrote for French speakers to learn Alsatian, but Les has translated it the French to the English to help us out. So that's French. That says.
I didn't translate the French to the English. The Alsatian to the English.
The Alsatian English. There you go. Sorry. Yeah.
The French is
I had it wrong. It's translated to English parts. But so We Learn Alsatian with Tommy and Louise is what this is. So you'll see the name, Sylvie Troxler. She's in our ALPS Facebook page. She's part of the group. And Curtis and Shirley, where y'all at? Curtis and Shirley had the pleasure of actually meeting with her in person when they were in Alsace. And she was very gracious, and she sent some books back. So she sent a lot of her materials back for us to use in this class. So, yeah. So we'll go ahead and I'll turn it over to Les.
I noticed last week when I finally got into the ALPS page, which I don't do, not capable of doing very often, but I found that she said bravo.
Yeah. About our class. She said bravo when
I'm
she saw
using
our
her book.
class. Yeah.
Turn it to the page where it has the Alsatian, okay. Now there it says, ich lehre Englisch, I'm sorry, ich lehre Alsatisch mit dem Tommy und mit dem Louise. I learn Alsatian with Tommy and with Louise. And there your apostrophe M, it's EM, there's your article with Tommy and Louise. Okay? Go on to chapter 1 and we'll see what chapter 1 is. Now this is a nice little book. It reminds me a whole lot of the book we grew up with. It was called Sally, Dick and Jane, yes.
And they got the dogs too.
Very smart. This says vom Spielplatz. A Spielplatz
Hey, Les.
is a, yes.
So just go back. So when do you use the M versus the der or the S?
S would be, I guess M could be used either way with Tommy and with Louise. S is feminine and der is masculine. And I'm far from being an expert at it, but
I
that's what I
struggle.
get.
I struggle on the articles. I know I get them
Well,
wrong
they just on that,
constantly.
on the title, they use M.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay, a Spielplatz is not, I mean, it's neuter. It doesn't have a,
Maybe that's why the neuter ones are all M.
yeah. But they had Tommy and Louise as neuters back there too. Okay.
I guess it's like Spanish where it defaults to L, masculine, instead of la. If it's neutral or whatever, it's just assumed to be masculine, I think.
Good.
That's the best way I can explain it from Spanish, but I don't know. In Alsatian, I struggle with my articles. I know I get them wrong all the time. But the good thing is, they're such wonderful people, they understand this anyway.
They laugh with us.
Yeah.
It's auf Spielplatz, on the play place. A Spielplatz, play place. Or here we call it playground. Auf Spielplatz. Now notice there, this W-I-A. We've always been hearing this W-I-E, W-I-E, V, Gates and all that. We grew up with W-I-A here. Via Heistu. But W-I-E is perfectly correct too. Via Heistu or Via Heistu. It means, how are you called? How are you called? And I think you all have a copy of that Jerry made for you.
Thank you,
And
Jerry.
Heish is really, what is Heish?
Heish, how are you called? How are you called? Say, what's your name?
And if you'll notice the conjugation, via heish du, it's du bish. Just like if bin, du bish, it's conjugated, how are you called? And then Louise says, ich heiss Louise, ich heiss. And I know Kent said, well, in German that doesn't make sense because that means hot, but in Alsatian that's how
But
we say it.
it's also hot in Alsatian.
It
Heish
is,
is
right.
also hot in Alsatian, so.
You just, by context, you figure it
Anyway,
out.
via Heish du, it says, how are you called? What is your name? If I would say, what is your name, I'd say, was ist deine Name? That would be literally. But this via Heish du is used that way. Ich heiss Louise. I'm called Louise. Und du, via Heish. I'm called Louise. And you? How are you called? Now notice she didn't say how are you called. She says how called.
Yeah.
She didn't put a do in there.
Yeah.
Via Heish. And they do a lot of that. Ich heiss Tommy. I am called Tommy. Was machst du? What are you doing? There's that word mach. It means makes, it's doing, a lot of things like that. It's used for a lot. Ich heiss Louise. Oh, I'll pass there. Ich heiss Tommy. Was machst du? What are you doing? And then it says wie heißt du. And then on the next page we have ich heiss Louise. She puts there. Now she says ich sehe mir Bala. Und du, was machst? Remember I told you something about Such the other day when we were doing the Our Father? Versuchen. There's your root word, su. It means seek.
And remember,
I seek my ball.
addiction, we learned it. You're seeking, you're looking for something.
And you're going to
It was
find
one of
some
your
other
vocabulary words.
There's going to be another couple of words. There's going to be a pursue on a pursue. There's 2 more words you're going to get.
So you don't pronounce the CH, it's
Swallow it.
swallow it?
Yeah, sûr.
Sûr. It's sûr. It's sûr with the ball. I'm seeking my ball. Und du? Was machst? What are you doing? Okay? And Tommy says, ich sees mi Hund. Ich sees mi Hund. I'm seeking my dog. And I say, and Louis says, wie heißt that R says it's a male dog.
Yeah, yeah,
She had no idea that's a male dog.
yeah.
But it's understood, I guess most dogs are male and most cats are female for some reason.
Yeah, and the apostrophe R, again, another contraction.
A-R.
A-R, R, R-ish, he is. Remember, R is he, so
And
how called he is
Yeah.
what she's saying. How's he called?
how's he called? Yeah. Er heißt Vargas. He is called Vargas. There you have AR is there's R means
He is called.
Vargas. You have another page? Bulbish. They left a word out there, didn't they? It said where are? You put a D in there, do, Bulbish do, but they don't have to have it. The U is understood. Where are you?
Page 2.
It would be Bulbish do, but where are you? The U is understood. Tommy says, Vargas, Bulbish. Vargas, where are you? And then Louis says, Vargas, Bulbish. He should Hydroboim. Vargas, where are you? Is he behind the tree? That's another way to spell boim. B-O-E-H-M is also a boim. And B-O-E-H-M-E are more than one boim. Trees. Okay, boim. We have some people that attend this class with that name, I think. Is je hinderen bij, boing? Nee, er is niet do. He says no, or he says no, he is not here. Do is here. Nee, er is niet do. No, he is not here. And then Louis says, unim hizela? A huis is a house. A little house is a hizela. In the little house.
And Gisela is kind of a funny slang word for the bathroom, the little house. I gotta go to the little house. Gisela gay, I gotta go to the little house. Yeah.
Nee, er is Gisela. Tommy says, nee, er is niet in Gisela. No, he's not in the little house.
So is it like a dog house? Is that what he's saying?
Gisela
It's a
just
playhouse
means
out there.
little house.
It's a playhouse that's on the school ground is what they have there as well.
So usually in Alsatian, when you add "la" at the end, it makes it little.
Little.
So Deuce, and then Gisela is little house.
What is the house they live in?
Pardon?
A house they live in?
Deuce.
Huus. H-U with the umlaut S. Huus. Not to be confused with house in German, which is H-A-U-S. Und auf der Rutschbahn. Okay, what do we say? And on the Rutsch means slip or slide. A bahn is a road. Or is it on the slide? It's a slippery road. And the answer again there is, Tommy said, Nein, er ist nicht da. No, he is not here. Then we go. Ich had unterm Bank. A bank is a bench. Is he under the bench? Also, there's a bank that has all of your money over here. It's called a bank. Ich had unterm Bank. Is he under the bench? Nein, alles nicht unter dem Bank. No, he is not under the bench. Okay? And Louis said, look, alles no. Look means look. Look. Not look, look. Look, alles no. Look, he is here. Woo. Woo, where? And then put them ditata mit meiner Balle in der Schnur. Okay, for the ditata, best I could find that ditata is a seesaw or teeter-totter. In front of the teeter-totter with my ball in his mouth. With my ball in his mouth.
How do you say that, schnurren?
Yeah, but there's a distinction there. When you talk to a person, don't say schnur. That's very insulting. So a person's mouth is a mul. Mul. M-U-L. But an animal's mouth is a schnur.
Yeah, they used to tell me when I was a kid, hold in your schnur. Hold your mouth.
Hold your animal mouth. Right? Hold your schnur. Right?
Wer ist? Who is it? Wer ist? Who is it? And here this is a stem. A stem is a voice. Tommy. Komm mit mir gay. Komm mit mir gay.
Yeah, Heimgeh. Heimgeh. What's Heimgeh?
No, komm. No, komm mit mir heim. Come, we must go. Tommy, komm mit mir gay. Tommy, come, we must go. Louis said, wer ist? Siehst mich, Papa? Ich muss heimgehen. Ich komm, Papa. It's my daddy. I must go home. So ich muss heimgehen. I must home go. I come, Daddy. I come, Papa. Wer ist das? Who is it? Okay, and then we go on up to another stem. Louise, komm, mir heim. No, she didn't say gay on there.
You missed one about below that.
Did I miss one? Oh! Sorry about that, but I couldn't keep up with the... Okay, kommst morgen wieder, Tommy. Kommst morgen wieder. Come you tomorrow again, Tommy. Come you tomorrow again, Tommy. Are you coming again tomorrow? Ich komm vielleicht noch der Schule. I come perhaps after the school. I come perhaps after school. Perhaps I'll be there after school. Vielleicht. F. Philippe. V is pronounced like an F.
That means like maybe.
The only V in Alsatian is the W.
So if somebody asked you a question and you wanted to say maybe, you could say Philippe.
Philippe.
Okay.
Yeah. Or you could say Amand. Amand. I guess that's a little less formal. Amand. A-M-A-N-D. I don't know if I've ever seen his writing, but it's you used to hear it all the time. Amand. But Philippe is a proper word, probably. Okay, kommst morgen wieder, Tommy? Are you coming again tomorrow, Tommy? Ich komm vielleicht noch der Schule. I'm probably going to come after school. Or possibly going to come after school, I guess. Stem says, Louise, komm mit mir heim. Louise, come, we must home. That's all she says. We must home. She didn't say go. If she would have said, she was in heim, gay would be what she means, but it's understood on there.
Mean.
Mean is not Marsh?
M-I
M-I-E-N, mean,
is me.
mien, mien, hein.
Like an E, okay, and I.
I think that word is a little confusing because sometimes you'll see in Paul Adolph's mune, M-U-E-N.
Mien,
Sometimes muse, M-U-E-S-S, must. And here, Sylvie Troxler uses mean,
mean,
I guess, which would be Paul Adolph's mune.
yeah.
Mean, mune, same word, different spelling. And that's where it gets a little tricky. It's not a written language, so you have to kind of figure out from
Now
context.
notice Paul is from the northern part of
Yeah, there you go,
Yeah.
yeah.
he's not from the south. Then Tommy says, "Wer ist?" Who is it? Who is it? Wer ist? Wer ist us? If you put, if you didn't have that contraction in there, that comma would be wer, I-S-H, us, A-S. Who is it? Who is it? Sich meine Mama. Ich muss euch heimgehen. It's my mama. I must also go home.
Say it again.
Sich meine Mama. Ich muss euch heimgehen. Sich. That is as ich. It is. That should be. That is as, but they contracted with a comma s. Sich meine Mama. Ich muss euch heimgehen. Ich komme, Mama. I come, Mama. I'm coming, Mama. You want to run out of time or something?
Well, I'm thinking after this page, we'll memorize
Oh, okay.
our
This is
next
almost
page of
it.
vocabulary. We'll finish the page.
No, this is almost the chapter.
Oh, we'll finish the chapter, then we're going to do our vocabulary, which will be next week's quiz.
Okay, wer ist? She just asked, wer ist? Who is it? All right, come down again. Tommy. Salut, Louise. Louise says, salut, Tommy. Goodbye, Louise. Goodbye, Tommy. That's the French. Salut is French. Is that the end of the chapter? Well, we've done it.
All right. They always say Moxfield.
Mosque, but salut, au revoir, goodbye. They'll say goodbye too.
Goodbye.
Auf Wiedersehen. That's to get into the German. Auf Wiedersehen.
All right, you'll put up the...
Look over these things and try to say them, and we'll look over them again. Next time we'll review them and see if you can say them. And it'd be a good thing if you have somebody you can talk to, is to talk to each other, and if you're saying it wrong, tell him he's wrong.
You be Louise and I'll be Tommy.
He doesn't look like Louise.
And if y'all want that book, Curtis and Shirley have a website. You can buy this Tommy and Louise book. If you look for it on the internet, you can find it, but it's kind of expensive. But Sylvie makes them available like a lot more affordable than what you find them on the general internet. And Curtis and Shirley do have the information. They have a website where you can actually buy the book if anyone's interested.
Can we put that up or something?
Yeah, yes, Curtis.
Go ahead and put it up there on the Alsatian Language Preservation.
Oh, okay. Did we put it up or no? You
I
did.
think I did, but I'll go ahead and do it again.
Yeah, Curtis will put it back up. It's on the ALPS page on Facebook, but Curtis will put it up again. So
Okay.
let's go ahead and...
Before we get out of this, I'd like to ask Gary, are you going to have these handouts available every week?
No, what I'm trying to figure out is a way to share it with everybody, so if people want to make their own copies, because it's expensive for me to
It
go
gets
to like
expensive, yes.
Lisa's or UPS to make copies, and I can't do it in school. 'cause-
But you're the principal.
Nope. Not gonna use school.
We talked about putting it on the ALPS page where people could put it.
Right,
it
I
themselves.
can't, I don't know how to put, it's because the file size for a slide or a set of papers is too big, I can't put it up on Facebook. So, but I can share it, we're working on, Lisa has the email list, so please make sure Lisa has your email, and then I can share it out with you, so that you can have it digitally, and if you wanna print it, you can print it, if not, bring your computer and you can go through it with us.
That'll be, Be a good idea. You've got the chapter 1 here. Next week we'll probably review chapter 1 and then go and try to do chapter 2. And Jerry has chapter 2.
Scan it, turn it to PDF.
So it's probably not gonna be a real good idea to put her
And of course,
This is good because we can see it both and it's
right.
what you call it, sentences
And of course, whatever we do, we need to be respectful of Sylvie's copyright too. Yeah, we need to respect her copyright. So let's do a vocabulary real quick. Would it help if we turn the light off, or is it too dark?
So if you turn the light off, so next week we need to bring like a little light.
A little lamp or something?
Because if you turn the light off, then this has a hard time focusing, that's why it went off.
Yeah, so I think unfortunately what Jerry's saying, if we turn the light off, even though you see the screen better, the camera doesn't see the book as good, and then that just gets fuzzy too. So we'll kind of go through it here, but I think everybody has a dictionary now, right? So let's just follow along. You have a dictionary? No, everybody? We have them here tonight. Bill sent them for purchase. So the box is here. See us after class. They're right up here at the front table. Okay, so after the first one, and follow along in your book. We'll try to move through these quickly and get y'all out of here as close to time as possible. After, no. And that was just in the book you read, right? After school, right? So now it's all starting to come together. No Sheila, the Sheila, after the school, right? No. Afternoon is no Kedad, which is easy, that's after midday, right? After, no Kedad, afternoon. Afterward, no har.
No hard.
No har. Again is
Written.
against. You saw that Paul laid up the book, lean the ladder against the wall,
The
right?
Jäger.
So it's all starting to tie together now. If you notice, you're starting to see a pattern of words, or repeated words. Age, alt, agent, Bertrother. Is that right, Les? Bertrother, am I putting the accent right?
Pierdrader. Pier means, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Right. Pierdrader. I don't know.
Yeah.
Pierdrader.
Agile, blink, agitate, bewega, ago, for, agree, einig. That's like a oneness, one.
Right.
Agriculture, Landwirtschaft, land worship, right?
Wirtschaft.
Wirtschaft.
Now, if you just say a Wirtschaft, you're talking about a saloon. Castroville had a lot of Wirtschaft in their day.
Oh, I didn't know that.
A Wirtschaft is a saloon.
Ahead, forwards, aid, alpha, ailing, kranklich, sickly, kranklich. Krank is sick, ailings, kranklich, aim.
Ziele. You aim your rifle, you seal it.
Air, Luft. Airport.
Lufthafen. A Hafer is a pot. A Fluhafer is a air pot. A Fluhafer.
And I think if you say off, that's like a yard, right? Like the
Hof.
barnyard.
Hof.
the rail yard.
Yeah, Hof. Yeah. Airman, the flieger, the flyer, which is also the word for airplane, remember?
Flieger, yeah.
Airy, luftig, aisle, the gum, ajar, halboof, half open, right?
That's right.
Akin, verband.
Verband, if I'm kin to you, bisschen verband.
Alarm, warning. It's like a warning, right?
Ordnung.
Album, same. Album. Alcohol, pretty much same. Alcohol. Alert, Voxum. Alien, Auslandisch. Outlandish.
It's just outside,
Outlander, Outlander.
out of the land,
Right.
from outside the land.
Alike, Oostniga. Alike, like, namelijk.
Lee,
Leek.
Leek.
Yeah, that's right. Leek.
Lee and Namlik, if you say two twins would be, they look alike, they see Gliha Ananda. Or Namlik is more like the same, but it means the same thing, yeah.
Where are we at? Alive, Levante.
Levante, yeah.
All, Allah. Alley, Seatstrosa, the side street.
Side street, yeah.
Seatstrosa is side street, two words put together. Alliance, boon, I guess like a bond.
Like a bond, a bond, yeah.
Ally, verbunda, like
Verbunda,
bonded.
you're tied up. Verbunda means tied up.
A lot, Ustaila,
Susdaila. That means divided out.
allow,
Eloiba, Eloiba,
allowance, erlaubnis.
I never got one of those.
Almighty, that was in Paul Adolph's book, remember? Almachtig. Almond, mandala. Almost, Bina.
Bino, Bino, almost. Bino, yeah.
With an L?
Alms, that was in Paul Adolph's book too. Almosa,
Almosa,
alone, ally.
Alai.
Now I've also seen align. Ally
It's
and
German.
align.
A line would be German.
German, okay, ally is Alsatian. Along, mit,
Mit,
commit,
mit.
which mit also means with.
Yeah.
Allow, lute, which allowed and loud are the same. I think
Yeah,
you
lute is
said
loud.
lute, very loud, right? Already, shoot,
Show,
show. Alsatian, now that's an Alsatian person, Elsasser. But if you were talking about the language, it's Elsassisch. Also, oi, altar, and then altar like the altar like the church altar, and then altar like to change is andra.
Andre, yeah.
Alteration, veranderen, the V's and F. Altitude, Hesh, Hesher,
Hey, heya,
Heya,
heya.
Heya.
Hey means high.
Okay.
Heya.
Heya.
How
Okay.
high it is.
All together, Zusama,
Susama, yeah.
alum, I guess that's like alum from a school. Aluminum, same.
Aluminum,
Always, immer. Amazing, wunderbar. Ambulance, Krankenwagen, the sick wagon. Right?
you know what a nurse is?
Krankenschwester.
A Krankenschwester. A sick
So, yeah,
sister.
so Krank is sick, so the sick wagon is the ambulance, the nurse is a sick sister, right?
Probably because they all came from the church. Like hospitals were originating maybe.
American, there it is, Amerikaner. Among, undereinander.
Undereinander, yeah.
Amuse, amasiera. Amasiera. And where are we at? Ancestor, Anna. Forefather.
Forefather, Rana.
What was it? And for great grandmother was Ur.
Okay.
And ancestor Anna. Okay. And and then also we talked about the Alsatians sometimes don't put the D on the end because that's very German with the D. Of course, I'd understand, but they just say Angel, Angle, Anger, Zorn, Angle, Bingle.
Which are we talking about there? Are we talking about angle to fish or angle like?
I would think that means, like an angle, like a 90-degree angle.
Part of
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
angle?
The other Paul Adolph's book was like
Angle is
like that, right?
Angle is LE.
Well, you got angel here, and then anger, and then you have angle.
Yeah, that's the angle.
Angle is the.
So I think that angle, I think Blackie's trying to show us like a 90-degree angle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Bingo. Angry, Zornik, Hannibal, Deer, Anise, Ankle, Loose,
Here's no, here's Noha. Here's Noha.
Annex, Ahanga, is that right?
No, that's the hang on, Ahanga.
The annexes.
I guess so, yeah, you hang on, hang on.
Annihilate, Pernictica.
Okay, for Nithika, Nith means nothing, so you, to make it nothing,
Make nothing.
to make it nothing is annihilate.
Anniversary, your stock, the year's day. Your stock, the year's day. And then announce, Malda.
Well,
All right, that's page 2. Do y'all want any more, or do y'all just want one page at a time? One page at a time. All right. Yes.
More phrases. So I know that next week is the week before Christmas and we have the Monday, right?
Yeah, we'll do next week, and then I think what we're gonna do is the following Monday is Christmas Day, so we're gonna take that one off.
We're not gonna do it at all that week?
And then the next one is New Year's Day, so we're gonna have to take that one off
So
too.
2 weeks off.
We'll have 2 weeks off because they both fall on a Monday.
Okay.
And what we may do too, part of the class, if y'all just want to kind of relax going into Christmas, Patsy was going to teach us some culture and give us some things about the cookware, and we can learn like the Hans im Schnogelo song. So if y'all want to do that next week, we can kind of just take our quiz and go into fun stuff. So show of hands, who wants to do fun stuff next week? And who actually wants to continue learning next week? The works. We'll do both. So we'll do the quiz. We'll do the quiz on this page next week. You bet. Can you help me? Call you out on it, right? And then if I'm going to ask Patsy to teach us fun stuff, so we can just relax our brains cruising into Christmas, and we'll learn about what the cookware, the bake-off, some of the traditions, customs, some of the foods, and maybe the Hans im Schnogelo, we can learn that a little bit. All right? Questions?
Tell Bill to bring us
Oh yeah, that's right. All right, flashcards. Y'all making your flashcards? All right. A lot of blanks on that quiz. If you make flashcards and study them, you'll fill them in more.